Hello YouTube, it's Alan. It's been a while, once again. So I am coming at you today to tell you that I am going to have a hysterectomy at some point. I have decided that I am definitely going to do that, not 5 years in the future or anything, but sooner than that. I think that I'll probably have a hysterectomy within maybe a year, approximately. So today is December 26th, 2018. So I decided that about a couple of months ago. So the possibility of a hysterectomy had been on my mind for the whole time since I transitioned. I mean, even before that, in the years that I was pondering transitioning, hysterectomy was one of the many things that I was kind of rolling over in my mind. But I had never really started to seriously pursue it until this fall, a couple of months ago. And so the reason for that, the reason why I've decided that I'm going to do it relatively soon is mainly because I just, it's completely clear to me at this point, almost 5 years on T, that I am not going to go off of testosterone, and so I'm not going to need the hormones that my reproductive organs make, and there's nothing else that I need it for. And also, it would only just cause problems for me. If some aspect of those organs were to start giving me pain, or spotting or problematic stuff like that, I'd rather just get rid of it before it starts causing me problems, and then I would have to face the prospect of trying to get a hysterectomy without having 100% planned it. I want to do it in a planned, relatively convenient manner, rather than in some sort of a rush if I end up with pain or something. So something that really brought this to my attention was that a few months ago I was late in doing shots twice in a row because I went on a backpacking trip in the wilderness, and my shot day fell during those days, and I didn't want to deal with bringing that stuff with me, so I just did it when I got home. So I did it 2 days late, and then so I do my shot once a week. So soon after I did that one 2 days late, I discovered, I actually just used my last needle and syringe, and I don't have any more of them in the little storage space where I thought that I would keep at least a few in order to prevent myself from being stuck. So that was bad organization on my part. So I didn't have any more needles, and my doctor only works 1 day a week, and she was going to put in a prescription for more of them for me, but she didn't have time on the day that she worked that week. And I checked with the pharmacy, and they won't give them to anybody without a prescription, which I think is lame. So anyway, I could have asked one of the trans people that I know if I could have used one of theirs, but for whatever reason I went with the sketchy but convenient option of sort of sterilizing a needle that I had already used, and so I didn't do that until 2 days after my next shot date because I was like waiting to see if I could get the prescription or something. So it was 2 days late because of backpacking, and then the next time it was 2 days late because of problems with the needle supply. So side note, you're probably wondering how I sterilized that needle that I had already used. So I got a little like paper cup and put a bunch of rubbing alcohol in it, and I put the syringe with the needle, and I put the needle in until it was like, I think it was completely in the alcohol, and then I did the syringe in and out a whole bunch of times so that alcohol went like through the needle and everything. Yeah, so don't do that because you should not use needles no matter what you do with them, do to them. But at any rate, I survived. Nothing bad happened. I do not plan on doing that again. See, so nobody has to lecture me. Anyway, so my point here is that doing 2 shots in a row as little as 2 days late really had noticeable effects, both physically and emotionally. So physically, I did feel kind of the, like, not cramps, but I've always described it as if my uterus were nauseous or something. It's like this kind of like achy, sick feeling in those organs, and yeah, bad. And then I also was low energy, and I felt quite anxious just in general, like not about a particular thing, but it was just caused by hormone issues, you know, like physiologically, rather than worrying about a particular thing. So it was basically like PMS, and so as soon as I felt any of that, I was like, I have a zero tolerance policy for these feelings, and so it's very easy for me to decide at this point that I'm getting a hysterectomy, because this not happening anymore. Getting rid of it. Don't want to have any of those feelings, you know, the physical or the anxiety and stuff. So, yep. And then also, another reason for getting a hysterectomy is that then I don't have to worry about cancer in any of those organs. Now, I have heard from a reputable doctor that it's a myth that being on testosterone makes you more prone to cancers of the reproductive organs. So what I'm talking about is I'm just that I won't have to worry about just the regular risk of cancer in any of those organs. Yeah. So I am nervous, though, as I would be with any surgery, because I have never had a surgery that really went that far inside my body. You know, like I've had top surgery, I've had arthroscopic shoulder surgery, but none of those went, like, into organs, or into, like, my body cavity. So I am nervous, because while I am definitely going to work to find a great doctor, you know, like, there's always, like, a little risk that something bad could happen with any surgery. So that does make me nervous, but I think that the benefits will outweigh the small risk. And then, oh yeah, so there's the issue of, like, permanently giving up any ability to have children that are, like, mine biologically. Now, I've never had any desire to, like, get pregnant. So I'm not talking about that. I mean, there's nothing that I was, like, thinking of doing. Like, I don't want kids. And I certainly don't want to undergo any of the physical processes of any kind that would involve a biological child of mine, whether, like, having it myself or getting an egg and then doing something with that in somebody else. No, definitely don't want to do any of that. The process of, like, going off of testosterone and then getting, like, all the female hormone injections and stuff that you have to get for egg harvesting, that's pretty much, like, my worst nightmare, so that's 100% out of the question. But still, you know, it's a big deal and something to take time to mentally process and have closure about. You know, the prospect of never ever having any chance of having a child that's biologically mine. Like I said, I didn't want to do that anyway, but I am gonna take some time to just process that and get closure of some kind. Not that that will be very hard, but I want to be conscious about it. Anyway, so plans. I don't have specific plans. I was so close to scheduling a hysterectomy with a local OBGYN who I met with. I had a consultation with her, and she was very nice, very respectful, pretty enthusiastic about serving trans people, although she has never done a hysterectomy on a trans guy before. But I felt really good about her, but I decided not to do it with her because I am kind of seriously looking into lower surgery, which I'll make a separate video about. And I'm definitely leaning towards metoidioplasty rather than phalloplasty. So metoidioplasty does not involve as much time under anesthesia. So, like I've seen on some doctors' websites, that they can do a hysterectomy at the same time as the metoidioplasty. So I was thinking that that would probably be good, because then I'm under anesthesia once instead of twice. I mean, I know I would be under for longer, but it's not an insane amount of time, and then I'll only have a big recovery of, you know, at least 6 weeks or whatever once rather than twice. Like, I don't want to be almost like a vegetable and lose all of my fitness twice. Especially, like, not twice in the same year, or not twice in a year and a half or something, if possible. So, there you go. I'll make another video about, or videos relating to my thoughts about lower surgery. Maybe today, maybe in a couple of weeks. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know if you have questions, or if you've had a hysterectomy and have any particular advice or anything like that. Yeah, I hope you all are doing well, and happy holidays. Talk to you later. Bye.